Hello, my name is Aaron Wall, and this is a free SEO tutorial video. This video is going to cover how to use the new SEO Book keyword research tool. So if you go to tools.seobook.com and you scroll about halfway down the page, you'll end up seeing SEO Book keyword suggestion tool. So you click the link for it. And what this tool does is it's primarily driven off of Overture, which is Yahoo's paid search subsidiary that powers their pay-per-click search campaigns. So what you do is enter in something you're interested in. Say, off the start you can have it kind of broad, and then over time you focus in. So let's say I was going to do one for something about my website, like for SEO. So I'd enter SEO in here and click the suggest button. Alright, it looks like it grabbed the results fairly quickly. As we scroll down the page, there's a lot of data here. I'll explain what it all means, but there's quite a bit of stuff here. So I'll run through what the various columns are first, so we can see what each of them does. Overture Suggestion, that's the tool, that's the place where this data is pulled from. And what that does is it gives us the top keywords that have our phrase in it based on search volume. Then the next tool over is the Overture Bid Price. This tool may not stay around for a lot longer if Overture makes their business model less transparent, but for now it allows you to view what the top bidders are for a term. And then what we did is Overture gives you the search volumes that they had for the prior month, and based on those I just did some random rough math to come up with search volumes for MSN and Google. These are very rough numbers. They're not like very exact, so don't expect them to be real exact. And then some of the other keyword suggestion tools, I'll end up going through some of these as we proceed. First, I'll start off with this the Overture Suggestion column. And what this is so we have the search volume estimates and then the terms associated with those. So you can see that SEO is a popular one, SEO company is a popular one, SEO services, and then as you scroll down, they get less and less search volume, less and less popular. Some of them get to be where they're not very descriptive or not very proper for a specific business. Like, for example, SEO India. Well, people trying to buy SEO services from India are probably trying to get it cheaply, and often they're not willing to invest enough to have a quality SEO give them the attention needed to provide good results. So that wouldn't be like a good term to target unless you were trying to create a content page about that concept and say why people shouldn't outsource SEO or why they should choose you instead. If you are from India, I mean, maybe that's a good term to target, but if you're selling SEO services, you always want to try to build up your brand so you can sell them for more money. You don't want to, low-end clients are a very bad deal because they're very hassle and very much a hassle and don't appreciate a lot of the work you do. So, but if we click any of these links, it causes the tool to requery and use that as the starting term. So I'll click the SEO company link, and now the tool's running again, but instead of doing for SEO, now SEO company is the root term. So now it'll give you all the SEO company related top queries. Again, India SEO company, San Diego SEO company. Now notice how the terms are in a weird order here. Sometimes Overture puts stuff in alphabetical order. So if you have company Diego San SEO, that is probably like San Diego SEO company or SEO company San Diego. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. And then You also get other localized ones. And so some of the traffic doesn't make sense for the average person to buy, but if you were from Toronto, you could probably pay more for that lead because it would have greater value to you than if you weren't from Toronto and you were just carpet bombing, trying to get whatever traffic you could. So the more niche down you get your terms, the easier it is for you to extract good value for them, and the higher you can bid on them. So I'm going to look at the bids for some of these terms. So SEO company, I use Firefox, so I can right-click and open a new tab. But if you use Windows, all these links are set to open in a new window, so you can close a window and come right back. Okay, so the first time you look at a bid price, you have to enter in a code because they don't want automated bots querying their network and grabbing all the data off their bid prices. Okay, so we see for SEO company, there's customer magnetism, Centec, super pages, target term, and you see how the prices go down: $2.80, $2.50, $2.50, $2, and the prices keep going down until you get down to where the prices aren't very high. Now, typically with pay-per-click stuff, the people in the top few positions get most of the traffic, but sometimes a competitor might overpay to be number one because they think, oh, well, we're number one, yes. But number one might not be profitable if you're bidding against an ignorant competitor or a competitor who's looking to brand and just has excess of ad budget that they're trying to blow through. So you don't always want to do what you're doing based on what your competitors are doing, because some of them might be a bit out to lunch. The nice thing with the bid tool is if you go down to the next one now, you don't have to keep entering in your security code. See, now if you look here, people are using India SEO company to target SEO software or SEO articles, and notice how much cheaper the bid prices are compared to the Toronto one. There's 50 cents, 16 cents, 12 cents. These are really cheap bid prices because people probably don't feel there's as much value for them. So yeah, I mean, there's only 5 people bidding in the SEO company right now. All right. Now the Overture bids get syndicated through Yahoo, and as of January 27th of 2006, they're on MSN as well. But MSN is starting up their own program in the first quarter of 2006. MSN will do all their own ads internally. Okay, so I'm going to go over to some of these other columns now. Actually, I'm going to go back and do SEO on the tool again because it'll show more of the interesting features with some of the other stuff. Okay, so we went through what Overture Suggestion does. It basically gives you your search volumes, and then you can also see the bid prices if you click there. If you click any of these links, it requeries through, starting with that as the root term for the tool. Now, there's a lot of other search engine keyword suggestion tools. I tend not to use lots and lots of them. I just try to survey the market, but the nice thing about this tool is it gives you most all the best ones, links to all of them, so that if you like one particular tool and you're comfortable with it, well, then it's easy to use that. Yahoo Suggest is when you search for something on Yahoo, sometimes they give you related searches at the top of the search results. Well, you can look at the related searches they give you and then push like the show me more, and you end up getting to where they have P equal whatever your term is, and RS equal all. RS stands for related search, I believe. Now, if you see all these try alsos, you can see there's a whole boatload of SEO related terms here. So some of these again might make sense, but like SEO G Young, well, that's probably a Japanese name, or Jeng SEO He. Those are probably irrelevant terms. So you might want to make sure that if you're using for pay-per-click, you can put Yang Yi and Yi Young as negative terms to filter out that traffic. Same thing if you were trying to go to high-end SEO service. If you weren't trying to show for people looking for India SEO stuff, then you could also filter out words like India. And I'm not trying to hate on India. I'm just saying that a lot of the clients that try to target the concept of low end or cheap are just not clients worth working with in this particular field, at least. So we'll go back to the tool, and you can also use the Yahoo Suggest function for whatever the other terms are. You're not going to get as many results for longer queries because there's not going to be as many as related terms. You see here we only have, say, maybe a dozen or so SEO service related SEO things, keywords, I mean. But if you just do like SEO or something broad, well, it's easier for them to match that up with 50 or 100 words or whatever. All right, now we're going to go over to the next tool over is the Digital Point tool. What it does is it compares Overture data and Word Tracker data side by side. This tool here on this site is pretty cool for this tool that I'm using right now is pretty cool for the Overture stuff because it allows you to re-query through to get deeply through the data. But the Word Tracker, what it does is it samples search queries from a couple meta search engines. The meta search engines tend to have a smaller search volume than the major search engines. So any sampling error that is picked up in that will be amplified. So if you see stuff like say like Seattle Barbershop has like 400 search queries and the term barbershop only has 12. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but if you see something where it seems like why would that have way more than it does, that's probably some sort of a sampling error. Okay, but we're going to go to the Digital Point tool. When we query that, the first time we have to enter a code because he was getting hit pretty hard by automated bots that were querying his tool. This is just to prove you're human. And evidently I entered the code wrong, so I'll do it again, hopefully this time right. I got the caps lock on, that's probably the problem there. Okay, and now here you see Word Tracker results and Overture results side by side. Word Tracker is probably known as being one of the best SEO keyword research tools on the market because it has a couple advanced features that allow you to cross-compare keywords. Like instead of just looking for stuff that has SEO in it, if you buy a Word Tracker subscription, it'll also let you see words that are related to SEO that might not have SEO in it. It's called I think called lateral and thesaurus to try to find related words. I think they look at some of the the meta keyword data on some sites to see if it's if they have your terms that you just searched for, what other terms do they also have in their meta keywords, and then the thesaurus. This thesaurus just tries to find which words are related via a dictionary or something like that, I believe. So that's Word Tracker and that's Overture. And again, Overture is the same tool that we're querying that drives the bulk of the keyword tool that I have. Word Tracker, if you just grab the free data like this, it'll only show you the top 15 queries, whereas my tool does like 100 for Overture, and this one does quite a few for Overture. If we scroll down, you can see there's a bunch of them there. So we'll go back to our tool. It's also worth noting that with the Overture tool, the more commercial a term gets, the more people there are going to be running bid checkers or rank checkers or click bots or all sorts of automated traffic. So if a term is not very commercial in nature, the Overture bid tool might give you decent search volume of what you could expect. Whereas if you get something that's really commercial, and as you get to more generic commercial terms like, say, debt consolidation, or the word mortgage, or just the letters SEO, or stuff like that, well, you start getting a lot more automated traffic, and it starts inflating the search volumes a lot more than what they really are. Nietzsche Bot is another keyword research tool that is fairly new to the market, I guess. I think it might have been around for a year or two. It queries keyword discovery, which operates similar to Word Tracker in that it grabs a small sample of search data from various sources over time and aggregates it all up and then creates a database of that. Again, it's you're going to have the sampling errors from sampling a smaller database. I believe typically the Word Tracker database provides a bit cleaner data than like the keyword discovery does. But this tool will show you you can click on the links to get the lateral options like I was talking about with Word Tracker. Some of those features are available here, and this tool is completely free too. So it can be, worth using real quick to see what it's about. Then we'll go back to our tool here. I put the terms again over here just so as you scroll down the page it makes sense what the terms are, so you don't have to cross-reference all the way across the left and right. The rest of the tools on this page that are keyword research tools are all Google related. Google has what they call an Adwords Sandbox, and it's a way to get keyword suggestions for using for AdWords or keyword research for building your website. And it's freely available. You don't have to have any sort of account or anything. You just click the associated link there, and it automatically sent this tool the term SEO. And now here it'll tell me what the more specific terms are: SEO, SEO Book, SEO Elite, and so on and so forth. And then off to the right, it'll also give you similar keywords that might also make sense, or maybe ones that occurred commonly with some of the terms. Now, a lot of these tools, they're just giving you ideas and allowing you to drill down and think of stuff. You don't want to take them all as, okay, I want to have all these. You just want the ones that are really relevant to what you're trying to sell, what you're trying to do. Because if you're buying terms, then the ones that are the most relevant, those are the ones you're going to be able to pay the most for, because you'll be able to get the most out of them. If you're creating content, you want to create content that's related to what you do and people that are in that buying cycle, because, well, those are going to be the ideas that are going to convert and sell. Whereas if I started making pages for SEO Tahiti, I don't know how to say that, so I was probably wrong. Tahiti maybe. That's no good, because this doesn't describe me at all. I don't even know how to say the word right now. I should, but hey, that's me being me. So the next tool is Google Suggest, and how Google Suggest works is I believe it's mainly driven off search volume, and we have a tool that grabs that data and formats it. So for SEO, whatever words started with the letters SEO, it'll give us the top queries for that. So for example, SEO and Seoul over in Korea, that ends up being a popular query. So if you do SEO, you get Seoul. But if you do SEO and you put a space, now it knows that SEO is one word, and now you get all the SEO space and then whatever some of the top searches were: SEO tools, SEO forums, SEO services, SEO company, SEO book, yay. And then you can also refine Google Suggest, this tool. So you come back and you can requery and start with, say, SEO book as the starting term. So you can see that most of the queries related to that were related to SEO book, SEO books, SEO book review. Sometimes you'll get bad numbers with these competing pages. Like, I'm sure there's more than 0 pages that have SEO book review. But a lot of times it's just useful just to look and see how competitive they are. Sometimes the tools will give errors though. But so you can see SEO book Aaron Wall. I've tried branding my name in the site really hard, so that's why it knows the association of those, because people search for it that way. And then you can also take whatever data you get here, and you see how we got SEO Book is what we started off with. So this gives me everything started with SEO, and then it spaces down and gives me some of the top book-related things. So books, book reviews, bookworm, Booker T. Washington, etc., etc., etc. And we can also cross-reference this tool back with the Overture Suggestion tool we were just using. So let's say we go click SEO Book. Now it starts off the Overture tool with SEO Book as a root term. So again, we have the situation where it puts it in alphabetical order, even though most of the searches are SEO space book. It shows book SEO because that's just how Overture works. Also, they ended up dropping plurals. So SEO Book or SEO Books. So Overture, it's the same, but when you're creating content pages, it's not the same. Like sometimes an S or not having the S. Sometimes if you think about the mindset of the person searching for those types of queries, sometimes one of them will have more value than the other because they'll have more commercial intent implied with that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our original tool here with SEO being the root term. Now the next thing we're going to do is Google synonym check, and basically I think that's called a tilde. If you search for Google your term or tilde keyword minus keyword, what it does is that says related to term but not term. So it allows you to find all the related or many of the related terms that are semantically related. So for example, SEO is related to search engine optimization and SEOs, and this might be some, I don't know what that is, Japanese or something, I don't know what's going on there, but so it makes sense that SEO and search engine optimization are related. Sometimes you'll get a bit surprised by some of the relations you come up with, but a lot of times they'll be pretty straightforward. Two of the better SEO tools, or they're both part of the same tool, I guess. The Google AdWords keyword tool that they offer you when you log into your AdWords account is pretty awesome. It's hard to pass variables into it though, so I have links to it, but when you link to it, it doesn't pass SEO or SEO company or whatever in. It just allows you to log in. So we're gonna open a new tab, and again, you would open a new window if you just clicked it and you're using Internet Explorer. It checks that that you were logged in and that sort of stuff the first time, so you might not go to this right away. It costs $5 to set up an account, and even if you were just going to set up an account and you couldn't afford to do too much running campaigns with Google, it's probably still worth your $5 just to be able to use this tool because it's really awesome. So we can start off with SEO, and they have a use synonyms or not box. So we'll turn use synonyms on and click get more keywords. And with the keywords, like how I was mentioned earlier about the local ones, like local terms not near you or probably have very little value to you. Local terms near you probably have a lot more value. The same, if you think of localness as being a location, that helps you see the value of, people close to you might want to work with you more and that sort of stuff. Well, the same thing with topics, and the longer the query is, the more ideas that are in the query, the more implied intent there typically is, and okay, I want to buy this. So for SEO, it shows you there's 111 terms that it recommends here: SEO, SEO Book, SEO Lead, SEO software, So, and you can add these tools just by add these terms just by clicking, and sometimes you'll also get to see what some of the better brands are in your field. Sometimes it'll just be the generic terms here, but then sometimes it'll also show you some of the better brands. Like I worked pretty hard to to build a brand for SEO Book, and Brad Callen worked pretty hard to get SEO Elite out there. So it's not surprising that both those have pretty high search volumes and show up pretty high on the list. So then you go down to some of them, and some of them won't make sense for whatever you're trying to do, but other ones will be, like organic SEO, okay. Or let's say you were going to create some spam generator, or you wanted to sell some how to spam weblog software, something like that. Well, Black Hat SEO would be a perfect term. And then sometimes people's names will get associated here, like Danny Sullivan is the probably the world's leading expert on search. Some of the search engineers probably know more about the algorithms than him, but when you think of how much information he knows and cross-references, and has been following the industry for a decade, it's not surprising to see that some people search for his name and SEO and stuff like that together to where Danny SEO becomes a term. There might also be a writer called Danny SEO, but that's just as likely a term there because Danny Sullivan's so well known and respected within the search industry. So, and you can go down and look through all these different terms, and then you could also put other terms in there. So instead of starting off with SEO Book, we can go back to our other tool, look at some of the other things that make sense. So let's say I sell an SEO book, so SEO training might be a good one for me. So I can think SEO training. So I put SEO training and then get more keywords. So SEO training, SEO course, SEO training class, SEO courses, SEO certifications, SEO seminar, SEO training course. Those are all pretty good terms for me because those are people looking to learn SEO. Those would be great words for me to advertise on. You can also, they also show some columns here where they try to estimate how competitive it is. And this is pay-per-click based. This isn't the organic base, but you can see some terms a lot of people are trying for. But a lot of these terms don't have a lot of search volume, but if you target a bunch of them and build a lot of content, in aggregate, you can really build a lot of traffic. A visitor per page per day, or a few visitors per page per day. It really starts adding up as you add more pages, or if you start buying more terms on pay-per-click stuff. So instead of just trying to go for SEO, which is probably going to be one of the more competitive, generic, overpriced terms, if you find what part of the SEO theme you fit and you get a lot of those terms, you're going to be doing a lot better. So SEO training, SEO courses, etc., etc., etc. Those would be perfect for me. So you can also put a estimated bid in here. So you can say like 50 cents. You really have to calculate what you'd assume your conversion rate to be to figure out what your lead value is. You have to know what your lifetime value per customer is and all that sort of stuff. So your max bid isn't necessarily what you're going to pay. You usually pay less than the max bid, but you can put in the most you're willing to pay. But here it'll show you how competitive it is. So if at 50 cents max bid, it shows that on average I'd probably pay about 21 cents a click for SEO seminar, and then my ad would be somewhere between spots 4 and 6. That's pretty cheap. That's great exposure. There might not be a lot of searches for it, but I'd take whatever they can give me for something like that. And then same with and there's a couple of people that run SEO seminars, and so to them that term probably even has, I don't know, maybe even 5 or 10 times as much value as it would to me. So there's seeing where you fit within the ecosystem of terms is a good deal, because it allows you to target everything that's really relevant to you and then not pay for the stuff that's not relevant to you. And the same with your content. You can build the stuff that's relevant to you without spending a lot of effort building stuff that wouldn't be so relevant to you. And if you create content and let's say you sell ad space on your website through a partnership with Google or Yahoo or someone else, well, the terms that are the more expensive and terms that are getting searched more frequently are good terms to target. Now, there's a lot of top paying keyword lists, And sometimes people do, like they'll say, oh my god, mesothelioma is going for so much. So you have like thousands of people creating sites about mesothelioma, but demand isn't very elastic. So you got all this flood of supply of content flooding the market to where it's less profitable. So sometimes if you can get down into smaller, lesser covered niche or lesser exposed niches, sometimes you can end up getting greater profit by going for terms that aren't so targeted by everybody. Now, another nice thing about Google's tool here is it'll give you site related keywords. And you can choose to have it look at other pages on your site or just your home page or just one specific URL. So we'll run it on my site, SEObook.com. Book.com. And we'll get keywords. And this is just on the home page. So it gives you a keyword list here. And you can see that they group them by phrase, so these are the keywords that they think are related to SEO that might be good to me. So how to SEO, that would be a great thing for me to target. Then they come down and then there's search engines. Some of these are not going to make any sense. Like if I started bidding on foreign search engine, I may as well be like burning my money because it really doesn't relate to me. Or search engines in Australia doesn't really relate to me, but like maybe writing for search engines, that would be something that I could maybe convert on. And then you got search engine optimization, and they break it down by the different groups like that. Another nice thing is you can, like I said, you can click to see what all there is with the site. So instead of just looking at the home page or an individual page, you can see, okay, well, what other terms might they also find relevant for my site by looking through a few other pages. And you can also run this on a competitor's site. So you can run it on their homepage, or let's say you're someone like About.com. Well, maybe you start off at like About.com's skiing section or their section on internet marketing or whatever's related to you, and it'll help you get terms. And for each different URL you run it for, you get slightly different terms. Sometimes the term groups will be the same, sometimes they'll be slightly different, but it just helps you see stuff. And then when you get the different tools or the different terms, you can make a list of them. And when you add stuff, let's say I add SEO tools, SEO writing. These are just examples. SEO consultation. So whatever I thought was relevant to me, I add it, and then it's over here on the right. And then I can download these as a CSV file. So then, boom, I have all my keywords that Google could find for me that way. So that's the bulk of all how my tool makes it easy for you to access all the various other keyword research tools that I like to use. There's also a Google Traffic Estimator tool. It's really rough. They're not real good at predicting volume on it. So especially for your click-through rates and that, because depending on if you're using their ads, depending on how you write your ad copy, you can seem really relevant and get lots of clicks, or seem not so relevant and get a real low click-through rate. And they really can't predict how good your ad copy is going to convert until they get out in front of people, because sometimes people click on random stuff out of curiosity, or sometimes they click on stuff that just looks different and interesting, or sometimes it just looks so irrelevant that no one wants to click. Alright, so now a couple other features with this tool that make it really cool are that on top of giving you all the ability to cross-reference all those SEO tools, I also the tool, whatever you enter your main keyword or the start keyword being, we also get to look and see how other vertical-oriented websites consider that term. So is there news about my topic right now? So let's say you're paying someone to write about your topic. Well, they can get various topics to subtopics within your niche here using the various keywords, and then they can also look through the news for that. So does topics have any news about SEO? So you search it, and it'll show you matching categories, and then you scroll down, and it'll show you some of the articles that, or some blog articles or news articles that have the terms SEO in them. So maybe you can look at a couple of those, and also Google News and Yahoo News. Maybe you can cross-reference a couple stories and give your opinion on why the writer was wrong, the writer was right, or why that's important for some other reasons, all that sort of stuff. And then, now you have another topic page, another content page about a specific topic. Also directories. So we can do DMOZ search for SEO. Who's listed in DMOZ for SEO? So you can see the type of sites, and you can go through and click some of these sites to see, okay, well, why were they listed? What sort of content do they have? What categories are they listed in? What are they relevant to? And seeing what sites got listed in certain directories makes it easy to see what do I need to do to make sure that my site will get listed and that sort of stuff. The DMOZ directory is it's a free directory. There's no it's not paid. Most of the editors just are volunteer based. You can volunteer to edit. I've got rejected like 1 million times because most of my interests are SEO and internet marketing, and they think most people that are interested in those are just there to manipulate their index. So I understand where they're coming from, but I'll probably never be a DMOZ editor. The Google directory is DMOZ directory can be cloned, or you can download it to your server and put it on your site if you wanted. For most people, I don't recommend it because you'll run into duplicate content problems. But so some sites do clone it, and so Google has a directory which is just it's very similar to DMOZ, except for it has a couple Google hooks into it. Instead of just searching the listing and the listing title and description, it allows you to search the full text of the listed pages. So, and then when you go inside of a category of the Google directory, it organizes the results in order of a page rank. So you can see that on SEO blogs and search news blogs, a lot of the blogs that put a lot more effort into covering search news and don't do as much of SEO tips tend to get a lot more natural organic linkage data than my site, because it's mostly just about SEO. So so we can go back to the tool now, and there's also the Yahoo directory, Zeal, business.com, pretty commercial. Zeal's for non-commercial sites. LII, this is a super high quality directory ran by some librarians. So sometimes it's really small though, so like they don't even have any results for SEO, but some other stuff they'll have, listings for, like so let's say you want a loan, or I don't know, I'm just making a topic up. So this will they tend to directories like this, librarians, they tend to prefer information which is non-commercial, very informational in nature. So if you're looking for a loan, the governmental page about why payday loans are what they are and what consumers should expect under state laws. And this is probably not going to be a really positive article about payday loans, because payday loans aren't thought well of by a lot of people. So, and you can see that this is under consumer research and advocacy. So clearly that it's listed there, that's obviously not a pro-payday loan site. So, and then you scroll down, and then there's more consumer information. Don't be a victim of loan fraud. And if you see what type of sites that are being listed in directories like LII, if you can come up with the type of articles and ideas and build up enough credibility to where you can get links from sites like this, you're going to end up doing really well. We also can search just blogs via Technorati. They also have blog SEO. If you search Technorati, it'll just find posts that have that. They also have Blog Finder, which will find blogs where the whole blog is related to that concept or idea. So here's what a regular search result would look like for SEO. And it's really easy to manipulate blog search results, because most of them are so content in a temporal base that it's just okay. It had the words on it, and it's a new post, so it ranks. But blog search engines don't tend to get as much traffic as, say, Google or Yahoo or someone like that. So, and then the blog finder here, it'll show you blogs that are about that topic or related topics, sorted by authority. So, and like I was talking earlier, Danny Sullivan, the guru of search, it's no surprise to see him right up at number 1. And then it ends up going down, and you get various blogs related to the topic. So then we go back to the tool. And Google has a blog search engine, so does Yahoo. Technorati and blog posts will show you trends for the term. It's really cool to see the charts for these because you can see, like, especially if you're looking for your own name or your own brand, if you're doing vanity stuff. Am I getting more exposure? Am I getting less? What should I be doing? What could I do to get more exposure? So that sort of stuff. And it'll also show you that, you search for SEO instead of all blogs. You can look for blogs about your specific topics, talking about a topic you're interested in. Blog Pulse also offers a similar trend. Another way people find information is they tag it and store it for later use for themselves. The most popular tagging system for general information is in web pages is Delicious. So if you look at Delicious, what types of things got tagged for SEO? And sometimes some of the servers will be slow. You can't expect everything to be really fast all the time. This is like an amazingly popular service. A lot of people use like Delicious. I think there's over 300,000 members. Okay, so I'm a member of Delicious, and these are some of the pages I saved. But here's some of the pages that everyone saved. So SEO Maz gave away a free guide for SEO. I think it was like a 9-page guide about SEO stuff. But because it was free and he was pretty well known, it was easy for that to spread. There's a Vaughn one-page ranking factor thing. Another easy idea to spread. List full of SEO tools. Another idea easy to spread. Lifehacker is amazingly popular, so their article on SEO was seen by a lot of people and tagged. Matt Cutts is one of Google's lead engineers on the search quality front. So, and you can end up seeing the various sites that got tagged and visit them. Why were they getting tagged? What ideas could I do that were similar? And sometimes you can even look at parallel industries or other industries and take ideas that you see spreading in those other industries and reformat those ideas to match your own industry and run with it that way. So Technorati also has tags. So does Yahoo MyWeb. Wink is a tag search engine which mixes the tags from multiple websites. So like if you tagged into Delicious and you're tagged in Yahoo, Wink will show you some of the stuff that was tagged there. You go down, and Furl is a personal bookmarking page. Flickr is a photo tagging website. Shadows, Reddit, Dig. They all stumble upon Raw Sugar. A lot of these are also tagging, and like Reddit and Dig are typically primarily technology, highly focused on technology, and people just write about stories. But if you see that the stories that people are writing about on the sites, well then, how do they get covered there? See if you can get covered there using some of the same type of ideas. Now, also, if you want to learn more about the topics, are there related words via the thesaurus? What's the definition of something? Does Wikipedia have an article on it? How about some of the other encyclopedias like Encarta or Britannica? Does About.com have anything about it? How's Stuff Work? Do they have anything about it? So by looking at some of the large content sites and encyclopedia type sites, you can also look to gather more information about your topic. And then I also have one here for for classified products and reviews. So, are items selling on eBay? What items are people selling on eBay? You also can pay to get a membership to see what items recently sold on eBay, and that's useful to see market trends and that sort of stuff. Like, okay, the value in this market's going down. Everyone and the dog has the whatever Pez dispenser. It's not so popular anymore, or the Tickle Me Elmo doll, all that sort of stuff. And it can help you determine whether or not it's worth creating content about that topic. If it's already came and went, then it might not be a good call. So that's the same type of thing you can look at with like Technorati trends and blog posts. Amazon, you can see what some of the top products are there, books and whatever else they have. Craigslist, you have to, when you go there, you have to check the category and location because they have a bunch of niche verticals, and it's really hard to automate me selecting what vertical a term is on this tool. So, well, it's probably doable, but I'm not a good programmer. So, then you can look at Yahoo Shopping, Frugal, which is Google Shopping, ePinions and BizRates to see what people are saying about people that either have that word in their business or are involved with that business. Caboodle is another tagging website, but it's shopping tagging. Here you can just look at the Google AdWords for a query without the regular search results. Here's a link to some of the smaller pay-per-click providers. It'll show you, is the term getting bid on the small providers. Keep in mind that Overture / Yahoo and Google, they're going to have a larger percentage of their traffic is going to be legitimate than some of the smaller players. So, and they have a much broader distribution, much faster feedback loops. So the terms are going to get bid up a lot more on the large search engines than on the small ones. And I usually recommend if you are going to dip your toes in the PPC market, you're better off using really targeted terms on Yahoo and Google instead of using broad terms on small engines that typically have lower traffic quality. AdSense Sandbox will also potentially help you come up with some niche discovery stuff. So let's say you can enter in a keyword or a web page address. So if we entered in like SEO, display ads, this will show people that are bidding no ads to display. We'll do SEO Book, see what it does. www. Display ads. So this will show you what ads it would show, what type of ads it would show on SEO Book if I put AdSense ads on my site. So some of these could be really far off, but some of them could be really relevant stuff, and maybe that'll help you figure out, what other ideas maybe you want to create content about, what other niches. So let me try this for search engine optimization and see if it works. So this is ads that would show on a site that was about search engine optimization. Alright, now we're going to go back to the original tool. And then we also have links to some local sites. It's not going to be relevant for a lot of business models, but for some it will be. So the whole idea of this tool is to allow you to see how information's spreading, how it's monetized, like are people buying products on it, what products are they buying, what items interested people in the past, is there ways you can create similar stuff now, stuff trending up or down, and by cross-referencing that with keyword price and search volumes, you can come up with a pretty good list of terms that would be worth targeting on your site. So that's it, and that's how this keyword research tool works. And I also have a free guide for pay-per-click stuff if you click the link there. Word Tracker also has a free keyword research guide. Dan Thies sells keyword research services. He's pretty much known as the keyword guru guy. That's about it for this tool. So, also you can select different markets too. So if you wanted to see what was in Denmark or Netherlands or whatever you can, search that way. And this tool is also open source, so if you like the tool and wanted to put it on your website, you can change the format up, mix it, do whatever you want with it. Take my logo off it and put your logo on it, and make it fit your site design, and run with it. Sometimes Overture will give you errors. Usually when you when you start the tool, sometimes occasionally it just won't work. I've always had it work again if I just re-clicked it again. So occasionally it'll give you errors, especially if it's under heavy load. But it's been fairly reliable to where even if it doesn't work, I just re-click again and it works right away. So that's it for the SEO book keyword research tool. Tell me what you think of this tutorial, and hopefully I'll do more soon if people like it. Have a good day. Bye.